What's up, everyone? Thralls Metal here once again. I'm Necrotic Nick.
I'm Jammin John.
And we have an album review for you that we did not expect to be doing. So, the last video we did, we reviewed the new Portal, Avow. We thought we were done, and Portal was done with us. We were wrong.
Wrong.
Literally, when I was uploading the video, all of a sudden another album showed up as a stream on Profound Lore, where they lurk. And they have released a companion piece to Avow. Not that it needed a companion, but they did, called Hagbulbia. I don't even know what that means.
I don't either, but whatever.
I mean, yeah, you know the story from the first video, formed in 1994 from Australia, or Hell. I really think they're from Hell now.
I think they're... We'll get to that.
I think they are as dangerous as all the fauna in Australia. They're probably venomous. I don't know anymore. So this is essentially, again, a companion piece to Avow, which is a nightmarish hellscape in its own right. And when we said that would be the perfect score for a haunted house...
We were wrong.
We were wrong.
This album...
This is
disturbing. My God.
Pretty much this is very different from Avow in all the wrong or wrong ways.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I just listened to. I know that I'm not right. I said that yesterday, but like this record is so disturbing that it creeps into your psyche. This
sort of forgoes a lot of the death metal, almost all of it, in favor of just the most nightmarish soundscapes imaginable. The drums are barely even on this. There's a few sections with drums on the songs Stow and Hexoduos, but it's just in the background and they're more industrial, so I think the drummer might have been exhausted from the last album and devouring the souls of children. In the song of Straw and Cloth, like, I'm convinced that this is what's on the other end of the TV screen in Poltergeist. Like, for real. Like, yeah. Instead of a girl screaming, "Help me," and they're like, "We can't find you." This is what she's enduring, is this... Ugh. Literally, when this album popped up, I instantly thought of, oh, we killed Michael Myers, he's dead, and then he gets right back up. We were idiots. We should have checked for a pulse, because Portal was faking it. They were alive, and they had more to unleash upon us. And my God, everything that they unleashed on Avow, apparently... They saved the most hellish stuff for this, and I don't know if you're supposed to play them both at the same time and really just destroy yourself. I don't think that's a good idea. But this is very different. Like, in terms of, like, their mission statement, as we brought up before, like, trying to create waves of sounds that are uncomfortable and unsettling. They did it even more so on this. And it just kind of removing almost every musical element from it. Yeah. There's no real dynamics. It's just a constant barrage of atmosphere and punishment. This literally sounds like someone took samples of every EVP recorded on Ghost Hunters and just looped it. And it has that static sound behind it. If you've ever seen the movie Event Horizon, the whole videotape they find and finally unscramble, it's literally like an audio recording of that with a dude pulling out his fucking eyes and shit. That's the comparisons I'm making to this are not going to be musical. You're probably not going to see a lot of band references up here because no band does this, I think. Like, look, I'm going to be honest. So, I'm not real sure what happened while we were listening, because this album is, 39 minutes long or something like that? 38 minutes, 11 seconds. 38 minutes, 11 seconds, and it didn't feel like we were at it for 38 minutes and 11 seconds. In fact, I couldn't describe to you what happened while I listened to it. This forces you to paint mental pictures, and the only thing I could paint was just the most horrifying stuff I could think of. And then I was thinking of also, like, I was getting angry, I was going through like a myriad of the most unfortunate, downtrodden emotions ever. And I think that was the point. I don't know if that was the point. God, I hope it wasn't the point. Jesus Christ, Portal, lighten up. The beginning of the song, Grail, it sounds like... Okay, so like if you killed somebody and you dumped the body off in the water and it washed up onto the beach, like this would be what the half-dead body inside the bag hears on the beach. That's what it sounded like. I don't know, man. For some odd reason, Grail was the one that seemed to bother me the most. That and the last track, Hexodeus.
Dude, that track.
Oh. The waves of synths that are in the background, it's almost a melody. Almost. But it just kind of feels like this same feel that is all over this album, except in space. Like this should have been the score you heard in the trailers for Hellraiser and Aliens.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, Alien. Alien, the first one, the really scary one.
The song Webtoon, the way that song starts is if your TV turned on to white noise and static out of nowhere at 3 a.m. Like, it just comes on, it's just like, blah, and this voice screams at you. I'm out.
Throw the TV out. I literally actually was looking around the room to make sure the furniture wasn't levitating while we were listening to this.
Yeah.
I even, like, checked just to see if my nose was bleeding for no reason whatsoever. It just has such a weird effect. Like, and it's physical. Like, you can actually feel it.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's unsettling. It's probably on purpose.
I felt, like, tightness in my chest, and then my back was on fire. It was really weird, and I was like, I don't know what's happening here, but I don't like it.
Why? Oh my God. This is like the darkest thing, hopefully, I will listen to this year.
Hopefully I will listen to ever, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, this is something else.
It's great at what it wants to do, but it's such a chore to listen to, just at like almost sanity's sake. It really is just too much. It is too much. It is literally too much. I think I hit my limit here in terms of like crazy shit I listen to. This might be it. It caught me off guard, both just listening to the album. Like, I was already creeped out before I hit play, just because looking at the album cover, I was like, oh my God, cool.
Dude. When I finally saw that, it was during a pivotal moment in one of the songs where it's extra terrifying. And I finally saw that cover, and that cover is creepy, dude. Staring into the black cavernous eyes, like, it just, their eye sockets, and it's unsettling.
I listened to this on the stream on YouTube, so anytime I had to look up to see what track it was, we'd lock eyes, or at least one of us had eyes to lock. And yeah, just staring into those cavernous eyes for a second, I was like, no. I was actually thankful that I didn't have YouTube Premium or whatever they call it, because I'm not getting it with the commercial breaks, because the commercial breaks are like, oh God, I'm back on Earth. Thank God. Okay.
Right.
Oh, here we go, back into the madness.
It's the song Hexodeus. It's that song that does it for me for this record. First of all, it's like 11 minutes long and some change. And it doesn't feel at all like 11 minutes long and some change. To me, the last track is like incorporating everything scary that was already in the record, but magnifying it times 10. There are some genuine, unsettling, creepy moments.
I think the fact that they removed a lot of the most human elements from it and just stripped it down to the raw noise. Like, at least Avowal was somewhat musical. Like, it still sounded like a band. This doesn't. This just sounds like nightmarish hellscapes, and it's just horrifying to listen to. Honestly, the whole time I was listening to it, I was like, man, remember that VHS movie that everyone had to see, otherwise the creepy girl will crawl out of the TV and kill you in the ring? Well, this is the audio equivalent of that. I pass it on to John, so I think I'm safe now. And if you don't pass this on, if you've listened to this, the curator crawls out of your speakers and just tears you apart.
I'm going to pass it on to Miller's Kids.
You should pass it on to Miller's Kids.
And what he says, too, about taking away the human element. In Exodus, there's a part where there's this really deep growl, and it doesn't sound human. I don't know what it is, but it's inhuman.
I mean, right from the rip on Stowe, like, the vocals are so layered.
Yeah.
And, you know, reverb drenched. There's like a static hiss to everything, even when you don't have squawking, what I assume are guitars. I think they're guitars. I don't know. It has such a layered feel to it. Those vocals are inescapable. They just, you know, instantly just kind of just cut right through you.
Yeah, dude, when they appear, it does. It literally, you're just like, oh my God, that's worse. How does this get worse? I'm telling you, the Cylons in Battlestar Galactica made this is the noise.
This is the ballet for them.
I don't know, man.
Day in the office. Another thing that kind of removes the human element for me is rhythm. There's really no rhythm. You don't even bother trying to find it. There's none. It's just noisy hellscapes. Occasionally, you get like a beating of something. In Webtoon, there is what I can only describe as something awful's heartbeat.
Yeah.
It's a pulsating, like, dark synth wave that is underneath the music, but luckily, with the speaker being on the table, my hands were on it and I could feel that. I was like, okay, and that's rhythmic. I'm not going to bang my head to it because that's how I summon it. I know that's the trick. You almost fucking had me.
I feel different, and I don't know if I like that. Like, reality looks just a little bit different after having listened to that, and I don't know what that is.
It's strange. I'm glad I didn't listen to this in the dark. I'm glad I didn't listen to this before I went to bed either. I learned something.
I'm not going to bed tonight.
Fuck sleep. You win. You win, Portal.
You win. You got me. So that brings us to the end, I guess. Man. So my final thoughts here. If you watched the last video we did for the other Portal review we did, I said something silly like, I kind of want to see this live because I want to, know what happens. I don't know if I want to see this live.
I don't.
Like I don't know what's gonna happen. I am not a religious person, but the paranormal kind of flips me out anyway. And there's something weird in this. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go ahead and give it the same rating I gave the other album. I'm gonna give it a 4 because I'm genuinely terrified and disturbed. And again, if that's the band's mission statement, to terrify and disturb and to make you, make your brain click on and actually think about shit, like, they did a really good job. I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I'll ever jam this again because it was just so unsettling. Like, I don't want to do that to myself. But it's a fuck of a listen.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
It's something else. And so, again, if you're a fan of Portal and you like this stuff, you're gonna love this. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
I dug the shit out of it, but I probably won't listen to it again.
I'm gonna give this one 3, and that is entirely based on the creep factor. There's really no music on here to rate, and again, I had to adjust my rating scale before for a vow. I have to adjust even further on this because this is less musical and more just horrifying. My God, did they ramp that up? I am kind of taken back as to how creepy a sound can be.
Yeah, like at one point when a growl came through, because it came in out of nowhere. When the growl came in, I jumped. Like, I was just like, Jesus, that's horrifying.
I mean, honestly, I was thinking, what if I turned off the sound on Fulci's The Beyond? Or they put out a special edition where Portal just does the score instead of Goblin, and
I think that should be a thing.
It would work entirely too well.
I really think that should be a thing. I don't know why people haven't, probably because nobody knows about it, but I may pose that during Halloween season next year, like, hey, I got something for you to play.
Literally, if you run a Halloween, like, hayride, ghost walk, haunted house, play this on a loop.
Yep.
And I'd probably incorporate some strobes, too, just because those fuck with people. But yeah, you will terrify the living shit out of anyone.
Yeah.
With functional ears. The deaf have it pretty easy on this one.
And especially when the volume, it crescendos and decrescendos out at will. Like, and that's frightening too.
I did turn it up just to fuck with you a bit.
I know you did. I heard you turn it up. That's fine. No, I heard you turn it up. In fact, I decided that, after listening to the first song, I needed to experiment with The Devil's Lettuce. And that was a good decision.
But yeah, 3 stars feels about right. At least with the other one, there was something more human to latch onto. There's nothing human on here.
There really isn't.
But it is good. And if you want the shit scared out of you, check this one out.
This'll do it.
This'll do it. So, if you enjoyed this review / confessional / hopefully this isn't the last time you see us because poor old crept through the camera and murdered us,
I'm waiting for it.
give this a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe because we do stuff like this all the time, hopefully. And we're on Patreon as well. So if you'd like to jump on there, there will be a link below in the description. We're throwing up podcasts, we have outtakes, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And we also have a giveaway going on once we hit 6,000 subs, which we are pretty close to.
We're pretty close to 5,900. I saw it today. We're
getting there. We're getting there.
Thank you again so much from
God, yes.
From the bottom of our blackened little hearts.
So yeah, we have a 4 CD packet for you guys. If you have not commented on that video, there is a link below in that. Comment on it, and you are in. So with that, we thank you very much for watching, and we will catch you later.